Well, hello, friends, and welcome to the $1 Million Message. This is National Sales Director Kristin Sharpe coming in live from my home in Gainesville, Georgia. Well, today is April 30th, and what does that mean? It is a month end in our Mary Kay business, which is such an exciting day. You see, I always see big miracles happen when I see women chasing across the finish line, running until the end, believing in their finish, even when there's absolutely no evidence. Well, today I wanted to remind you of the fun tic-tac-toe activity board that I had shared with you at the beginning of the month. And I want you to write these items down because if not, these are great things and some that you could implement today to finish your month strong. Well, I had told you about the Tic-Tac-Toe Mary Kay Edition contest that I was doing for my personal Yes unit. And so I'm going to tell you the 9 squares that I was having them focus on this month. And the goal was to just get as many tic-tac-toes as possible. But for purposes of today, my hope is that these are just activities that you could complete today. And some you might have already done and some might be in process. So the first thing was to donate 40 or more hand creams in the month of April to frontline heroes. The next was to have 2 or more guests on a live event that your director hosted. So whether that was a live skincare party or maybe she held a happy hour through Zoom or Facebook, that you had 2 or more guests on. The next one was that you go live with a product tutorial. You go live on your social media with a product tutorial. The next was to launch your customer private VIP group. Some of you might have already done this and have had it going strong for a while, and others, I know you just haven't pulled the trigger, but I sure hope you will. Next was to make 15 customer care calls, and really with the intent just to check in on people, see how they were doing. And of course, hopefully Mary Kay would come up. But if anything, you were just calling to spread joy. Next was to earn your bead jewelry, those incredible, awesome double hoop earrings for being a people magnet. To add a new team member. And oh my goodness, it's never been a better time with this $30 e-start. The next was, this might be hard to make up today, but I want you to be cognizant of how many parties you've done, but it was to hold 10 virtual parties in 1 week. Now, here's what I love about us going online and going virtual because of just a necessity, right? But you guys, I have done several 10-party weeks, and I will tell you, it was a lot because of driving and packing and unpacking and setting up and all that goes into our face-to-face parties. But I will tell you that I've done a 10-party week virtually, and it's so much easier because you don't leave your house, right? So if you haven't completed a 10-party week virtually, I just want to encourage you to do that because it's not as hard as you think. It's actually a lot easier than our traditional parties. Now, when I say easier, obviously face-to-face is ideal. And I think face-to-face, it's easier to close out guests, right? So there's elements that are, of course, I would say easier with face-to-face. But with virtual, there's things that are just different. So I guess when I say what I love about a 10-show week virtually is it can happen quicker because literally you could do party after party after party. There's not the drive time in between. Okay, next is to attend a virtual unit meeting every week. And you might be listening and thinking, oh my gosh, okay, Kristin, I didn't do it every week, but I did it a couple times this month. I would make it your goal in the month of May to really be diligent about attending your virtual unit meeting every single week. Okay, so that was just a reminder of the Tic-Tac-Toe Mary Kay edition that I shared with you at the beginning of the month. So I'm just curious, out of those 9 boxes, what have you already completed? Or what could you complete today to finish the month strong? You guys, so much of the last day of the month for me is following up. And so I want you to ask ask yourself, who can you follow up with today? I know for me, I had a lot of people that were waiting till the end of the month to place product orders. And so I have a list just in my spiral notebook of the people I'm going to be following up with today. And I also have women who had birthdays in April, and I do a special promotion during my customer's birthday month. And so I have those people written down of who they wanted me to, of who I needed to follow up with today. Okay. Also, I have a lot of people that were thinking about Mary Kay that haven't pulled the trigger yet. They're on my follow-up list to get started, whether it's with the eStart, the $100 kit, or to do the $130 package. So, again, I have just simple lists in a spiral notebook, nothing fancy, of just people that I wrote down that just need that follow-up call. Now, the other thing that I'm doing, you guys, is I have my hostess list. I have the people that said, Kristin, I don't want to pay full price for products. I want a discount. I want to hold a virtual happy hour. And so the other part of today is I'm following up with people that I need to have set a date in May. Okay? So again, that's just another list, nothing fancy in my 99-cent notebook of the people that I'm following up to book their virtual party, because guess what? Come May 1st, I want to have my 5 bookings by the 5th. I hope that's just an automatic goal that you always have. 5 bookings by the 5th on your calendar. And those bookings start today, right? They start today. Okay. I'm also following up with people that promised me they were going to do a skin scan with the Mary Kay Skin Analyzer. And, whatever the case may be, they hadn't sent me their results. I'm following up with those people today. It's been so fun to get these pictures of the skin scans and then do the one-on-one consultations with people about the products that it recommends. And so, again, that's another list of people that I'm following up with. You guys, I also have some pending parties. And I think when I was talking about the 10-show week, that's probably been my biggest hang-up, is closing out parties and having deadlines of when the guests at these virtual parties have to get their orders in. Because I do have some parties that just have not yet closed out, and I want the hostess to get maximum credit. So I'm going to be spending some time closing out some of those parties that I've had this week to make sure I'm accurately giving the hostess the free product that she deserves. So that also is on my accomplishment list today. Now, the other thing, you guys, that I'm going to be spending some time doing today is asking myself questions like, okay, what went well in the month of April? What did I do well this month? Okay. What didn't go so well in the month of April? And this isn't a question to make me feel down in the dumps, but it's because I want my mind to start going, okay, Kristin, what can you adjust for May? So what didn't go so well in April that I can adjust for May? Okay? And what am I most proud of that I accomplished in the month of April? What am I the most proud of that I accomplished in the month of April? You guys, for me, I learned a lot of different online platforms to really utilize technology. And, for me, I'm really expanding myself to become a techno babe. And so I'm proud of those new skills that I've learned. So for you, it could be something completely different. But I think it's important that we acknowledge what we are most proud that we personally accomplished. Also, what else can I do today before midnight to get closer to the goals that I set in April? So what else can I do today on month end before midnight to get me closer to the goals that I set in April? You guys, I see so many people, it comes the end of the month and they just say, oh, geez, I'll just start over. I'll just do it next month. And it's kind of like those people that say, yeah, I'm going to start a diet tomorrow, and they just never start. And so I just want to remind you that momentum is a powerful thing. And so getting started today, even if there is absolutely no glimmer of hope that you're going to hit anything you've set out to do in the month of April, I still would tell you to get started today, because what you do today is planting seeds for the future. What you do today is creating momentum that's going to spill over into the month of May. So my hope is that you'll take some time to evaluate, to look at your numbers. Okay, how close are you to earning that bead jewelry? Gosh, what would happen if you finished up your star today? What can you do to get more people to download that Skin Analyzer app? What can you do to fill your books for the month of May? Who can you follow up with that really could be blessed by this e-start? All right. I hope getting you inside my brain and how I'm thinking today can benefit you in some way. I know that a lot can happen today when you make the decision to pick up the phone and to go into action. This is National Sales Director Kristin Sharpe wishing you a fantastic finish to the month of April. I know you can do it. Bye for now, friends.